Alright, so we want to quickly move on to work on the server settings. So you can see when I click on this right here, you can see that we have the server settings right here, right? So we want to make sure that once we click on this, we should see the modal that allows us to update our server, basically changing the name or the profile picture. Alright, so now that we've been able to understand that, let's first of all go to the first thing. So first go into the hooks right here. We're going to use modal store right here, and we'll quickly create this right here. So I'll say edit server, just like this. Alright, nice and clean. So now that we have the edit server right here, what we quickly want to do is let us go into our components right here, right? And inside the modals here, we want to create server modal. So I'll just do Control C, Control V to copy and paste that, so we get like a copy. Alright, so Control C, Control V. I think it's not responding because I've actually tried to duplicate it. Okay, but yeah, it's not responding. So let me just pause it a little bit. Then once it comes, you can just continue from there. Alright, so it's here. So what I'll do is I'll just rename it to edit modal, or edit server modal, just like that, .tsx, right? Alright, then inside this, so yeah, this one too is also taking its own time. This is a little frustrating, but we'd have to wait a little bit. Alright, so it's here. So I'll just scroll down into this and I'll just change the name right here. So I just selected it and I did Control F2 to select every instance of this situation, and then I'll say edit server modal. So yeah, so that's it. So edit server modal, just like that. And what we want to do is we want to go into the providers right here, and we want to go into the modal provider, and we would quickly just say what, edit modal, edit server modal right here. We import that just like that. Yeah, so backspace this S and just save. Alright, nice. So I'll just go up. You can see it has been imported right here, nice and clean. Alright, so now that we've been able to work this out, what we want to do is you can just go back inside here, and we want to come and then import the data from this use modal right here, and then we want to get the server data from it. So we destructure it, so say what, server, just like that, and then we get it from where, the data, just like this. Alright, and then right below here we want to come and write a use effect. So I'll come here and I'll say use effect, just like that. And this use effect, okay, I think we have to just write it and then import it later. So just like this, and let's set the dependency to be empty so that it just renders once we load up the application, right? Okay, so inside here what we want to do is we want to check. So we say if what, if the server exists, right, or if we get the server information, what we want to do is we want to now set the value. So we can say form dot set values. So set value, and then we can say what, name, and we set the value to the word server dot name, just like this. And I can just copy and paste this and say what, image URL, just like that, and then I'll say what, server dot image URL, just like this. Alright, so now that we've been able to set this up, let's quickly just come right below here and let's change this from here to backtext, That's because we are going to change the route here. So I'll do my so yeah, this is going to be server.id, just like this. Alright, nice and clean. That's because we want to update one particular server. Let's change this post to patch so that it updates it, or it knows it's an update request, right? So now that we've been able to work this out, the next thing we want to do is we want to now actually create the route for this one, right? But before we even do that, let me just scroll down to the field right here. So you can see here it says create, right? We can just say save changes. Can just say save changes, and that should do the job right there. If we come here and I click on the server settings, you realize that it doesn't open up the modal. That's because we've not set it up inside the server header right here. So I'll just go into the server right here. So inside component server, then we go into the server header right here, and then you can see that we have this on open invites. So we just copy this, we scroll down right here, and inside the server settings you just come and paste that, right? And I'll just remove this, and then I'll put edit server right there, right? And then we just pass in the server info right here, right? So that's how come we're able to get it inside the server model and then do what we want to do with it, right? So right now, if we come here and I click on this, you realize it should open it up. Okay, so I guess I have to refresh. Alright, so now if we do it, it will show up. Oh yeah, I forgot to change one more thing. The reason why it's still not showing up is because you need to change this to what? Oh, mistake. So yeah, we need to change this. So we select that, do Ctrl F2 to select all instances, and then you make it what? Edit server, just like this. And we come back and then we do it, and you can see it shows up right here, nice and clean. All right, so it's supposed to load up with the information, right? So it's definitely going to load up once it's available, once it becomes available, right? So let's quickly go and refresh. All right, then all right, okay, so now that we are here, we can just come and change a few informations, right? You can change like a couple of things, right? So here we want to say what? Edit server right here. Right, and you can just scroll down, yeah, and pretty much that should simply do it. All right, we already have this one right here, nice and clean. All right, so let us quickly go here. Let's quickly come here inside this right here. We'll set up the routes, and then we'll come and work on the auto update, right? We'll come and work on the default values for the form fields, right? That's what I meant. So we'll just come into this API right here inside the service. We'll go inside, so you see inside the server ID we have invite code, and then we have the route.ts for it. Just select this one and create the route.ts, just like that. Right now inside this route.ts, what we can simply do is, so okay, let's just do async. So export async, and this is going to be a function patch, just like that. Function patch, we'll make sure this is a request with a type request, just like that. And we take the params from the so params, just like that. right? And this params, we want it to be what we want to open it and then get what the server ID from it, right? So server ID, just like this, and then we set it to be what a string, just like that. All right, now that we have this bad boy right here, what we quickly want to do right now is we want to come and then create our try catch block. All right, but it looks like oh, why are we getting this error? Why are we getting this error? Well, I'm actually kind of confused at why we're getting. Okay, I get it. So actually, once we set the type, like, so for instance, you see what we just did here. I put it at the wrong spot, so this is the spot I'm supposed to put it. Why does this modal keep showing up? So this is the spot I'm supposed to put it. So yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. All right, so that was my mistake. So yeah, let's just move on. So you see that now that we have this params right here, right? All right, so I need to put this in its own object and we should be good. All right. Whew. This was some work, but yeah, that's it. So inside here, I'll just do my try catch block right here, and inside we can just come and take this. You can just come and take this, right? You can copy this and put it in here, and simply change this. So let's import this first of all and change this to be server update error, like that. And we can just come here, and this place we can just reuse what we have. So I can just copy all these parts right here. I'll just copy it and then I'll come. So this is for the create server, right? So copy that and I'll come and paste it here, just like this. I'll just get rid of these parts. So yeah, so first of all, what we want to do is, right, let's go up. So you can see that we have the name and then the image URL coming from the request.json, and we can just come here and import this current profile. That's because we want to check for the user profile, and then we need to come here and then import the db, just like this. Now inside here we want to update it, right? So let's change the create to update, and then here, where do we want to update? So we want to update what? The server ID, right? But how do we specify the server ID? We are already in service, so we just say ID, and then that is going to be the params dot server ID, just like this. And then we want to make sure that it's only the current user that can update it. So we'll say what profile ID is what profile dot ID, just like this. And what next? We want to come down here, and you see the data that we have. Bring your comma, and you see the data objects that we have right here. All we need to do is to clean this, because these are not the data that we are trying to update it with, right? So we just clean all these bad boys, and that should basically do it. All right, so let me quickly go back here, refresh. All right, let's try one more time and see if it loads up. Okay, so apparently it's still not loading up. So give me a second. Let me pause the video, fix it up, and then let's see what problem was caused. All right, so I figured out that I forgot to add the form and the server as dependencies, just like that, and right after. So I just need to refresh. So right after I refresh, okay, it's here. Alright, so you can see that it has been pre-filled, and we've already done the routes and all those things. So I can just come and make this what edited. So I can say edited, or yeah, I can just say FullStack development edited, just like this, and I could just save changes just like that, and you should see that the changes would be made immediately. Okay, so you can see it's loading up right here. Alright, so you can see that the changes have been made right here, nice and clean. Yeah, let me just switch it back. I don't like how it looks, so I'll just switch it back. So just like that's nice and clean, you have successfully edited your server. So yeah, so thank you very much for getting to this part of the video. In the next one, we are going to be working on the other settings we have inside our server header right here, so which is manage members, right? So yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next one.